I'm Brian.
I'm Lydia.
Decided to go red tonight. Went red the other night and it hurt pretty good, so.
So we decided why not do it again?
Exactly. Although I will say that mustard one hurt pretty good last night.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But tonight we're going with this here, and you can see the size of it compared to my hand. This is a giant pepper, but it is a beautiful pod.
So this one we suspect is a ghost pepper.
That's what we suspect.
If anyone has any thoughts on that, let us know.
If our thoughts are lying to us, please let us know.
They've lied before. It's best not to listen.
This was actually, I think, like a perfect cut. Except my cut just made a piece fall off. But look at that. I mean, that looks gorgeous on the inside.
So this one, it doesn't really scare me quite as much because it doesn't look so scary inside. And it's those thoughts again. Why are they showing up?
Well, we'll let you know. Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't know if it was as sweet as I wanted it to be.
No, I don't think so. I've got a pretty big amount of heat in my throat right now, like in the top of my mouth and the back of my mouth and the top of my throat. Swallowing hurts a little bit.
I haven't got there yet.
I got a big blast of heat immediately. You feel it building.
It's starting to build.
Yeah.
I can feel it building, but I didn't feel that initial blast of heat. So I'm still not really feeling it in my throat. It's definitely all in my mouth right now. My tongue's actually getting hot. I'm being a little quiet because I'm like waiting. I'm just waiting for it to just hit me, and it
hot. Has climbed, but I definitely feel like this is as high as it's going to get. So it's a very good amount of heat, but it's not as killer as I was expecting it to be. It's not taking me out.
Definitely curious if it was a ghost pepper. I know I ate a ghost pepper probably about a month ago, and it was after a few days of eating habaneros, and I didn't even eat the whole ghost pepper, and I was hurting. It definitely took me for a ride, but
yeah, this one is I can feel it. It's just kind of plateaued. I don't think it's really coming down a whole lot yet. It's still very much in my mouth. But...
To me, it's all tongue. 100% in my tongue. I don't feel heat anywhere else. It's still nothing severe. I mean, it's a nice burn.
Yeah.
A pleasant burn.
It is.
Yeah.
It's good. It's not too intense. And I'm coming down a lot.
Yeah.
Like I've already gotten much less, but it tasted good. It wasn't maybe not my favorite flavor. I do wish it was a little bit sweeter. It would have been nice, but
I'm willing to try another one if you are.
I am too. Definitely.
So we found one that was very similar looking, just a little smaller of a pepper, which it's still a good looking, kind of cool looking pepper. It's got that nice little shape to it. I have a feeling this one's going to be...
I do too. I think
I have a feeling it's going to raise our heat level.
This is going to put us over the edge. So this one, the skin on it looks a lot more textured. It looks like it's going to be just a meaner pepper. I'm not going to be afraid of it though. I'm not going to let this pepper intimidate me. Oh, this. Well, yeah, that. Once you cut it open, it looks like there's a potential for it to be a much hotter pepper.
There it is.
The potential's
It
always
actually
looking.
smells kind of fruity. But there is, I mean, all that placenta on the inside of this is kind of scary looking.
So I was surprised because the last one didn't really have very much at
placenta
all,
at
and
all,
not
yeah.
a ton of seeds in it. It was mostly just like the interior wall of the pepper.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh, maybe it's not going to be that hot. It definitely was hot. So,
Yeah, I mean,
but I was surprised. I was expecting it to be much more full of the placenta. Which now I feel like every video I watch, people are calling that the pith.
pith, yeah.
And I know that you can call it both things, but it went. I just feel like in a very short period of time, I've heard everyone calling it placenta, and now it's like shifting over to pith. So I don't know. Should we be on trend? I don't know. I like to be current.
I like placenta.
That's what we're going with. We're not going to change.
So while heat, I mean, it's come down a lot. I still have a lot of heat on my tongue, but I think we should
I'm ready to do it.
venture into this.
Do you want
next.
that one this time?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't want to force you into making a decision that you don't want to do. But yes, I do. All right. I'm taking...
I drew the shortest straw,
Yeah.
but this one has. Couldn't really cut the end too well, so it's pretty much intact up top where it's deadly.
All right. Best of luck. I just went for it.
That was very sweet up front.
That was a very different taste than I thought it was going to have.
Well,
I wouldn't really call it sweet. It had like a mild taste, but I didn't pick it up as sweet. I also feel like I made a huge mistake, and I don't feel like I really chewed that very thoroughly.
well.
This may come back to me in a bad way.
Maybe. I mean, mine, like, it was so chewy.
It was like...
So I feel like it was just a lot of placenta, pith, however you want to say it. I'm still
Can't we
gonna
just call it a
placenta.
pith-centa?
We could.
All
We
right,
could
so
make up
we're
a
calling
word.
it a pith-centa. You guys can use that.
She's calling it a placenta.
Yes.
I'll call it a placenta.
That's how we'll be known. We'll make a name for ourselves by calling it a pith-centa.
I mean, I'm trying to figure the heat on it.
I'm now getting a lot of heat.
It's definitely, like, I can feel it building in the back of my tongue.
Yeah, it came up from my throat. So now it's burning into my mouth. It's like spreading into the front.
It got hot enough to where I think I'm going to stop the timer because...
Now let's see where this goes. But it took a long time to get there. It was...
Definitely did. This is like in my throat.
Yep. Same. It's getting really uncomfortable, but...
It's a very hot pepper. Definitely hotter than the first one. Instantly, like, as soon as that started feeling my throat, the heat went right up.
Yeah, I'm salivating a lot now. My gums are pulsing.
Starting to feel like the sweat burning coming out of my skin now.
Breathing out is pretty painful.
It is. This is definitely a... this is a good one. You can see the uncomfortableness in us.
Yeah, it's there for all to see.
Yes.
I wish laughing didn't hurt so much, but it
I know, it
actually
does.
really hurt. No one say
Honestly,
anything funny.
Everything hurts right now. Like my throat, my tongue. Wow, I'd love to know what that second pepper was, because again, I feel like it's always the second one that kicks our butt.
I think that second one definitely looked like it was probably going to be a meaner kind of a pepper, but
Just the shape of it. I don't know those ones that are.
one that looks like it wants to stab you.
Yes. I'm sweating like crazy right now. I mean, the heat has gone. I think it might be.
I don't know if I'm climbing anymore.
I don't think I am.
How long has it been now? A little over 2 minutes.
A little over 2 minutes. I got a severe back, tongue burn, and throat burn going on.
It feels like you started that timer a longer time ago.
It does.
Because of like the level of like...
The level of ouch.
Yeah.
Whew, this is a rough pepper. I'm not going to lie.
We've screwed ourselves 2 nights in a row.
But did we? I mean,
no. No, this is what we wanted.
It is. We know what we're getting into. I mean, we're still trying to build our tolerance, but this one hit me probably I'd say a good 6 or 7.
All right, so we're closing in on 3 minutes as of right now. And my heat's way down. My throat isn't burning. It's not quite as painful as it was. It's significantly less painful.
You want to trade places? Mine hasn't come down really at all. It's just sitting right in the back of my throat and on the top of my tongue. It's like it just grabbed a hold of me and it's just sitting there.
See, I feel a little different. I feel like mine moved more to the front, and my throat burn is not as bad.
No, I have. It's still mine.
But my throat, it hurts to like cough a little bit. Like my throat's very like, which is how everyone wants to sound.
My throat just hurts.
I can
you see, like my eyes are like discolored. I can see it in my own face.
Oh my god. I don't know if you can actually see this. His eyes are like bloodshot.
Oh yeah, that was
wow.
That pepper kicked my butt.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know. I think maybe you just take them better than me.
I don't know. I mean, I'm forced to say yes because we're sitting here. The evidence is before you, but we'll leave that to people to decide.
You guys can be the judge. I mean, you're probably pointing at me and laughing. And
we should put out a survey.
Who handles the peppers better? It's starting to come down now, but it was.
That got you good.
That one hit me pretty good. I'm proud of that one.
All right, those were 2 pretty good choices, I think.
Yeah, if anybody knows what they are, I mean, like I said, assuming the first one was a ghost, but
who knows?
Really know.
Maybe we don't know. So.
But that second one was.
That was something.
It was something. It was definitely something. All right. Well, it's been 5 minutes. That seems to be the typical time frame where it really starts to come down.
It just feels like an hour and a half.
While it's going on, it feels like forever, but
time just stops.
I mean, my nose is running. My eyes are still a little bloodshot, but I feel like they're coming down now. I'm definitely starting to mellow. That was tasty. The second one I thought was very tasty. I thought the first bite without biting the placenta was fruity.
The placenta.
The placenta. And then when I took that second bite, it was just chewy, didn't really have much flavor, and then it got hot.
It was almost like a fruit by the foot.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah, it was definitely had that chewy feeling. Chewy, but not too chewy.
All right,
well
we'll
it's been another great night.
Float on out of here on our little cloud. And
it is. We hope you all enjoyed it. Yeah. If you did, give us a good like. And have a great night.
Good night.